Hello. All right, so today we are doing 0.4b. And I have your homework packet here because these notes are actually in your homework packet. All right. So we are just going to jump in right here. 0.4b notes, graphing systems of inequalities. So we worked on graphing systems of lines of systems of equations, but they were just regular lines. Now we're doing systems of inequality. So you might remember a couple of lessons back, we were graphing inequalities. So it was 0.2D where you have to do sometimes a dotted line, sometimes a solid line, shading below or shading above. So definitely be worth your time to review all that. But I will be reminding you while we do our notes. So we have 4 examples here. We're going to do these together. So I'm going to go ahead and do 2 different colors for my lines, but you can just use pencil if you want to. All right, so we're going to graph both of these in the same space, okay? And it's going to involve all the shading and all that stuff, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and start with Y1. So I'm going to do this in one color and Y2 in a separate color. So I'm going to start just like I would any other line with my Y-intercept at 6. And then this isn't just a negative sign for the slope. So that means my slope is -1/1. So I'm going to go down 1, right 1 from that 6. So just kind of follow the diagonal. The slopes of 1 and -1 are kind of nice because you can just follow it. Okay. Now this is a greater than or equal to. So I can do a solid line. And because it's greater than, I'm going to shade above my line. So now here's where I will tell you, if you're using pencil for this, you kind of want to be a little careful. I'll show you what to do if you're just using pencil on the next example. All right, so that is the first one successfully graphed. So this is what we've already done in a previous assignment. But now we are going to graph this one in the same space, but we have a typo I'm going to fix. We want this to be +10 instead of +20, all right? So this is Y2. So Y-intercept, notice I've changed colors. If you're just using pencil, that is fine. Y2 has a Y-intercept of 10 and a slope of down 5, right 2. So down 5, right 2. And notice I'm having to kind of overlap the pink, but that's okay. I'm going to go down 5 again, right 2, down 5 again, right 2, and down 5 again, right 2. So this goes all the way through. Now this is another less than or equal, so it's got the equal sign on it. So again, I can do a solid line. But this one is less than. So I want to shade under my line. So that is this side of it. So when I do my shading here, it is perfectly fine to overlap the shading that's already there. So I'm just going to go to this line and scribble underneath it. And some of it is going to overlap the pink, and that is just fine. Okay. So let's talk about what we just made. Let me zoom way in on this. So we have 4 regions of our graph here. We've got this overlapped area is the solution to the system. Okay, now when we were just graphing lines without all the shading and all that, we were looking for points of intersection, right? And we'd say, hey, that point of intersection is the solution. Well, we're still looking for a point of intersection, but we're looking to where the shading intersects itself. And so we are looking for a space that's a point of intersection instead of just a single point. Okay, so this pink section here is only a solution to Y1. This blue section is only a solution to Y2. And then this empty space here is a solution to neither one. Okay, so I want to plug a number in just so you can kind of see what I mean by that. So I'm just going to pick a point here. So this is 10, 0, right? So 10, 0, we would expect to be a solution to y1, but not y2. So if I plug that into y1, so if I pick the point 10, oops. Geez Louise, I keep writing X's. I want to write a 10. There we go. So if I pick the point 10, 0, 10 is X, 0 is Y. So we're going to say 0 is greater than or equal to negative 10 plus 6. 0 is greater than or equal to negative 10 plus 6 is negative 4. And is 0 bigger than or equal to negative 4? Why, yes, it is. Okay, so if I plug that point into the pink equation, it works. If I plug that into this blue equation, you'll see it doesn't work. So if I have y is less than or equal to negative 5 over 2x plus 10. All right, so I'm going to plug 0 for y and 10 for x. I'm just going to do a little math in my head. I hope you can trust me that it's right. So that would be negative 25 plus 10. And so that would mean 0 is less than or equal to negative 15. And 0 is not less than negative 15. 0 is bigger than negative 15. So when I plug this point into the blue equation, it doesn't work. Okay, so that's what I mean when I say this section is y1 only and this section is y2 only. So if I were to plug in a point from here, it would work in the blue equation, but it would not work in the pink equation. So I hope that kind of makes sense. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to example 2. So example 2, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and do this one just in pencil so I can show those of you that are using just pencil what to do. So first one is y-intercept of 3 and a slope of 2. Okay. I like to fill up all of it. Just makes it easier to draw my line later. Okay. So let's go ahead. Oh, let me check. So this is a less than or equal to. So once again, this could be a solid line. And it's less than, so I'm going to shade under my line. So here's the first thing with pencil. Instead of just scribbling all over the place, I just kind of do straight lines like that. Okay. Then when I do the next one, so this is now y2, I'm going to label this y1, y2. So y-intercept is 1 and slope is negative 1/2. So down 1 over 2. Have to look through my shading here, but it's fine. And I can go up 1, left 2. There we go. Now this is just a greater than symbol. It doesn't have the equal on it. So this has to be a dotted line. Okay. Label this one. This is Y2. And it's greater than, so I'm going above. So here's what you do if you're only using pencil, is you make the line, the shading crisscross. So when I do this one, there we go. So this area that crisscrosses, that is your solution space. So my solution is right here. Okay. All right. So the next two I'm going to go through a little bit more quickly. If you would like to pause the video and try them on your own, that's the way I'm going to do it in class, is have you guys do it on your own and then see if you got it right. So let's go ahead and do example 3. I'm going to go back to colors. All right. So my Y1 has a y-intercept at -1 and a slope of -3. So down 3, right 1, or up 3, left 1. Okay. This is a greater than or equal to, so it is a solid line. And I'm going to shade above the line, which is this side. I'll fill it in a little more. Okay, now for the blue one, y2. Y-intercept is 4, and my slope is -2. So down 2 over 1. Oh, something interesting is happening here. I can go also up to left 1. They're like not going to intersect in this space, but you can see they're getting closer and closer and closer. And these slopes are not the same. So these are not parallel. This one is a dotted line. Interesting. There we go. And it is also a less than. So I'm going to shade under this blue line. So I'm just going to go like this. Now make sure when you're shading, you go all the way up to the line. There we go. All right, so these ones definitely will intersect out here somewhere, but we don't have that point of intersection here, but that is okay because for the systems of inequalities, you don't need a point of intersection, you just need the solution space. So the area between the lines is the solution to this one. All right, and last but not least, looks like we have a horizontal line for this one. So y1 has a y-intercept of 4 and a slope of down 1 over 2. There we go. This is a dotted line because it's just a less than as opposed to less than or equal to. And it's less than, so I'm going to go under. There we go. All right, and now let's do y2. So y2, y is greater than or equal to 6. So I just need to go to 6. Oh, sorry, just greater than, not the equal to. I just need to go 6 on my y-axis and draw a horizontal line. This was just a greater than, so it is dotted. And I need to shade above that line because it's greater than. So like that. And we see we have a solution space right here, the overlapping area. So this right here is the solution to that system of inequalities. All right, that is it. So it's just a bunch of graphing and coloring, and you're looking for where they overlap. I hope that helps you out. Please let me know if I can help you out anymore.